Said you give me life, but you never told me about the fire.
Welcome to the Westport Library. Today's program will begin momentarily. Supported by Verso Studios, created locally and shared with the world.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks very much for joining us this afternoon for what is going to be a really special afternoon of music and stories. Realize many of you have had a choice of different events to attend this afternoon, and really appreciate you joining us here in the library today. Today's event is really about some hometown boys making it good. That's really what this event is all about, and hearing what they're about. So Brian Keane is a multi-Grammy Emmy-winning composer, musician, and producer. He's won tons of awards, New England Hall of Fame, Peabody Awards, Academy Awards. George Barrett has won a few awards, but not quite as many as Brian. His career evolved from music into the corporate world and back into music. He's formerly the CEO of Cardinal Health. I'm going to hear a lot more about that this afternoon. There's a couple of upcoming music shows that I thought you might also be interested in. On the 21st of December, we're going to have a tribute to Art Blakely and the Jazz Messengers. We're going to have a 7-piece jazz group out of New York, which should be really exciting, sponsored by the Jazz Society of Fairfield County. So with that, why don't I introduce Ben Frimmer, who's going to be talking with both Brian and George about their careers, their stories, and provide a little bit more context for what's going on this afternoon. Again, thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, everyone. I'm not Dan Woog. They just look for another short guy. So if we can welcome George Barrett and Brian Keane to the stage. I feel like we are so lucky in Westport to have sort of such Westport royalty, two guys that grew up in town, and I have the honor of speaking with both of them today for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to get to the real exciting stuff, which is the music. But both of you have deep roots in Westport and sort of grew up together. Can you talk a little bit about how Westport itself influenced your life and sort of the course of your music?
We're about to find out.
Make sure this is on.
Ready, and?
Is this on? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Westport's, it was a great place to grow up. It's changed over the years. My dad bought a house here in 1958 for $22,000. So, you know, it's grown a little over the years. It was sort of more economically spread out when we first were here, but the arts were always part of it. You know, Paul Newman lived here, and we had the Playhouse, and we had, we both probably went through George Weigel, the choir director, and
yeah.
He was a terrific guy and a very unlikely music guy with a crew cut, and but he was a great choir director, and I studied privately with John Mahegan, who wrote the theory program for both Juilliard and Berklee School of Music, which wasn't bad for Saturday mornings. And I also met my first film directors were husband and wife people, and they asked me to score a song that he had written for one of those films that make you watch when it rains during recess, about taking care of your teeth. And they happened to be in Key West, Florida, doing another film like that, I guess. And they saw these scruffy guys coming off of boats, and they had the cameras, and this was before cell phones or anything like that. And they filmed it, and it turned out to be the Mariel boat lift. And then they didn't know what to do about music, so they said, let's get the teeth guy. And that started my documentary career, because that was nominated for Academy Award in 1982. And so that's it.
Yeah, so I guess I would just tag team on that one. It's hard to realize when you're a kid how deeply committed to the arts this community was. It was just in the blood of this community. And so it almost just sort of became osmosis, that everything about the arts started to become part of us, including George Weigel and all of our stuff at Staples. So yeah, for me, it was just this amazing, and I was also in a family of musicians, so that helped. I'll share another thing very personal about being here, which was I was very involved in sports as a young guy. And I realize now, looking back, that no one forced me to make a choice when I was a young guy to say, look, you can't do this music stuff, you gotta focus on your sports. No one pushed me to specialize and say, I can't do these things. And I felt like I was in a community that not only tolerated, but sort of celebrated this idea that you could be sort of more than one thing. So on a personal level, it just was really profound. And it's just being back here, I mean, look at this library, it's sort of incredible. Quick note, by the way, the reason that Dan Wogue, and thank you, Ben, for doing this, is not here is because the Staples soccer team is playing in the state championship this afternoon. And you all know Dan's deep commitment to it. I personally understand this, so I told him, you have a hall pass. So he definitely got a hall pass on this.
Brian, you talked a little bit about being an award-winning composer. Can you talk a little bit about how you changed from being a guitarist, a touring guitarist, to moving into the sort of producing world a little bit more?
Yeah, I started as a touring guitarist. Well, I started playing bars and then and disco. Yeah, well, disco where you had to wear the platform shoes and the matching leisure suits, you know, and play Fly Robin Fly 6 nights a week. And people showed up, like 500 people on a Tuesday night and back in the 70s, because that was the American mating ritual, believe it or not. Pre-computer, of course. So I went from there. I met another he moved to Westport afterwards. But I was working with a bass player named Eddie Gomez in New York, and a flutist named Jeremy Steig. And through that, I met Larry Coryell, and Larry lived here in Westport for several years, and his kids went to Staples. And we had a guitar duo, and we toured all over the world, but, you know, and I play with Paco, and I play with Joe Pass, and a bunch of people like that, jazz people. And the amount of practicing involved was sort of ridiculous, you know. It was like it was all motor stuff. And I really like composing and creating music, you know, and not so much practicing it. And so I sort of developed this career largely because of this documentary thing. I became, you know, I scored this film. Well, actually, one of the early films I scored at the Carriage House, which is where we recorded a number of songs of George's record. And Johnny Montanese is here from the Carriage House. And we started working together in the 1980s. And one of the things we did was Suleiman the Magnificent, which I thought was a Monty Python comedy at the time, because I had no idea who would call themselves Suleiman the Magnificent. But it turns out he was like the Caesar of the Ottoman Empire. And I had got myself into a film about, with the Republic of Turkey and the National Gallery, and I said, oh, geez, you know. And I found this guy in a belly dancing dive in Hell's Kitchen, and didn't speak a word of English, and we made this film thing. And then the next thing was the Jane Goodall film with the chimps, which, you know, we thought, this is an odd woman, in Africa with chimps, is a sort of delightful story. We had no idea where this was going to go. And it got, an Oscar, and then that turned me on to the Burns, and then I became the documentary guy, So that's how that happened.
Now, you may not know this because we look nothing alike, but George is actually my cousin. And so I want to share with you that George's mother was a former Westport Teacher of the Year, and I grew up, and George's whole family were teachers, and I am a teacher in Westport, and I grew up hearing about what an incredible athlete George was. I believe a 3-time varsity letter athlete, and then George had a career-ending injury. And so, George, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how music helped you sort of recover from that injury.
Yeah, so before I do one quick thing, I forgot to mention talking about Westport. I got a start doing some professional work with a guy who was Dave Brubeck's Fives player who lived in town, and that was one of those other freaky things. But also a guy who I think is in this room, Rob Carlson, who was doing commercials and jingles and gave me an opportunity to sing, so that was really fun. So it was, my life took a bit of a turn when I was in college and as a collegiate athlete, and I had a sort of a terrible injury. And, when your identity is completely wrapped up in one thing, which it sort of was, I was incredibly lucky that I had this music department at Brown University that basically put their arms out and caught me when I fell. And it was sort of an incredible experience. And so one professor in particular basically said to me, look, I know this is sort of this crushing moment, but a bunch of us here in the department think that your life's work is going to be your voice and you need to take it seriously. And I'm going to ride you like crazy to do it. And so in a way, it was this incredible, one door closed hard and this other one opened. And I think that sort of happens in life. So.
I'd like you guys to talk a little bit about how you met, and I understand, Brian, that you have spent some time working with George's brother, Dan, who's a professional cellist.
Yeah. Dan has literally played on hundreds of my scores, actually, as a cellist, very talented, and he'll be joining us this afternoon as well. And I had heard things about, the family. Sarah, George's older sister, sang in the choir with me with George Weigel, and but I didn't know what had happened to George. I met George actually as an athlete, okay, and I had a pickup slow pitch hardball baseball team that I was the manager of, and we actually called ourselves the Westport Hardballs. And it went in the paper every week that way. And we sucked the first couple of years, but then we got good. And one of the reasons we got good is we started getting people who could really play. And one of them was this guy who was a couple of years younger than me, George. And George played with the Hardballs and we won that year. And that was the last I saw of him for 50 years. And I had no idea that he was a singer-songwriter. I had no idea of his success in the business world. But I had worked with Danny for, 40, 50 years, something like that. And all of a sudden, I get a call. It was the summer of 2021, and we had been through COVID, and musicians hadn't worked for a year and a half. Studios had a hard time for a year and a half because you couldn't gather in public places. And I got a call from George, and I'm thinking, is something wrong with Danny, or you want to talk about baseball? What was
yes, is the answer.
So he invited me to have lunch at the Reeve Bistro here in town, and he told me this story about how he had thought he was going to be a singer-songwriter. He played a lot of the clubs in New York and all that. And I'll let him elaborate by how he made the transition, but somehow he ended up in the business world and doing pretty damn well. And now it was all these years later, and he retired from that, sort of. He's on a number of boards, we'll be like in a recording studio, and he'll go, excuse me, President Biden's on the phone, I got it. Something like that. And And he said he wanted me to, help him realize his dream of becoming a singer-songwriter. And I said no. I said I'd help him, I'd find some people, and then he came up and he played the songs for me and sang, and I thought, boy, he's really good, actually. He's really good. All these musicians had been out of work for a year and a half, and I thought it was really important that it was really meant to be synergy. First of all, our baseball path, which is actually a pretty close thing to have in guy relationships, to be on a baseball team. But also to bring in these great musicians who needed work to launch George's record. And we brought in some just stellar musicians from Eddie Gomez, who I'd worked with before on bass, and the singers. Eugene Ruffalo is a great session player, a singer who was on both records, and he'll be joining us tonight. But we also had Ada Dyer, who went on tour with Springsteen for the last 3 years, and Dennis Collins, who's one of the top singers in New York, and Janice Dempsey, and a bunch of great singers, bunch of great players. Sean Pelton, who's the drummer for Saturday Night Live. All these guys were starving for work in 2021, and they were happy to do it. Cyrus Chestnut, brilliant piano player, jazz piano player, was on the first record. And then on the second record, we had so much fun on the first one. We did a second record, and we brought in Jerry Douglas, who plays with Alison Krauss, and we brought in a new singer who Eugene introduced me to, and she just blew me away, and she's going to be here today. There's Sarah Gross. Wait to hear her sing. She's great. And then we also went out to Ohio, and George can talk about his band in Ohio. It's a terrific band that you wouldn't think in Columbus, Ohio, that they would be, but they are.
Is that a northeastern view of the universe, or what? Right.
That's why we lose elections there. That's
Talent is only in New York.
Go Cavs. So in hearing what you're saying, I actually think that I should forget the script for a second and ask George this question. As we sort of begin to wrap up our conversation and get to hear you sing, what if you didn't have a professional career sort of like running, being a titan of industry and getting calls from our president? What if you just went into music? What do you think life would have been like then?
It's an interesting question. That's where I started my first couple of years out of college in New York as a singer, and teaching and coaching, by the way. And I think I understood during those years how much I loved playing and writing and being with other musicians and being in the studio and being on stage. I also realized I hated everything else. And I sometimes you just have to figure out whether or not you fit in it. And so I just wasn't sure about that. So I don't know what the answer is. Would I have overcome that? Or was it just this is the way it's supposed to be? I've loved all the things that I've done, actually, in different lives that are not music. But the music never left me. I played every day. If I stayed in hotels, the hotel knew that I would sneak over and use their piano. It just never changed. So it's just always been a part of me. One modification to the story that Brian told before we got off. So actually what I did ask him was, I'm going to play this for you, and if this is not very good, I wouldn't mind if you tell me that. I can take it, and I'll course correct. So we had an interesting conversation around that, and actually Brian was pretty encouraging. So anyway, that's all I got.
So just as we wrap up, can you just, as a last question, tell us a little bit about this new album that you released on Friday, which is called Rearrange Things? Correct?
Yeah, so I'll do it real quickly. So, what we decided in the second album, if you listen to the two albums, the second album is definitely a little bit more acoustic-oriented. You'll hear a lot more folk influences in it, a lot of acoustic guitar. It was really, really fun to make. A lot of really nice, beautiful stacked harmonies. And for me, as a writer, again, I got to work with a wonderful writer on one song, Colleen Anderson, who I've collaborated with before. But also, it gave me a chance to write a little bit less self-consciously and sort of more thinking about life lived. And I realized that there are just things that I probably look at differently than I probably did as a 23-year-old writer. So, yeah, that's my quick. We're excited to have it out. It launched on Friday, so.
Westport, you're in for a treat.
We'll see you in a minute. Thank you, Ben.
From a long trip, baby. Try sharing a bit about my day, but you are barely present. There's got to be a better way. Yeah, we got a lot going on. There's barely space inside our lives. Even when we're sitting here together, our minds seem as we're occupied. We've got to rearrange things. Yeah, we've got to rearrange things. You know that we can rearrange things. You can be with me, so you can be with me. Along for the time, baby. Time didn't matter at all. I'd be thinking about you day and night, and you'd be worked up, waiting for my call. You've got to rearrange things. Yeah, that we can rearrange things. You know that we can rearrange things. You can be with me, so you can be with me. I know that everyone seems to want a piece of you. There's got to be enough left to make sure that we ain't through. Spend some quality time together. Try telling me what I'm saying ain't true. Pencil me into your world, babe. You know that ain't that hard to do. We got to rearrange things. You know that we can rearrange things. Yeah, we can rearrange things so you can be with me. Can rearrange things. You know that we can rearrange things. Yeah, we can rearrange things so you can be with me. So you can be with me. Yeah, you can be with me. Yeah, you can be.
Yeah, thank you. It's called Rearrange Things.
I see the question in your eyes. There's a reluctance to your smile. You've been down this path before. Memories hard to reconcile. You put your faith in someone who taught you that you were on your own, and that counting on their love was sure to leave you all alone. I'm here, my love. I'm where you need me to be. I'm here, my dear. Our love will always be. It's easy to understand how you would be unsure you could begin a life with someone who would ask to trust enough to let them in. I'm here, my love. I'm where you need me to be. I'm here, my dear. Our love will always. I know that you don't need any mending. You don't need any mending. It's clear that your strength is truly unbending. And if the door behind me closes, it's just a door, it's not my heart. Our love is not of space and time, and we'll survive when we're apart. I'm here, my love. I'm where you need me to be. I'm here, my dear. Our love will always. I'm here, my love. I am where you need me to be. I'm here, my dear. Our love will always be. Thank you. Thank you. Bobby, I could use a little more guitar. So let me introduce this band. Yes, they are from Columbus, Ohio, and actually, people know how to make music there. Right. These are some incredible musicians, and I'm really, it's just such a treat to play with them, and also great friends. So let me see, we'll start with Chris Brown, right over here on organ. You got Dennis Hodges on guitar. You got the Reggie Jackson, the original, on drums. Jeff Bass on bass, which, by the way, is sort of appropriate. David Swank on keyboard, and also our music director, who somehow keeps this madness. Demisha Marshall, a fantastic singer. And Mr. Quan Howell, who has been known to call me Pops, which I take deep offense at. Just saying. I'm gonna take a break to the piano for a second. All right, so this is a song that I co-wrote with a woman named Colleen Anderson from West Virginia, who's a wonderful writer, and we occasionally share stories. She sent to me a part of a story that really touched me. It was beautiful. It's something I'd been thinking about a lot, and a tough one. It's sort of about the loss of a child, and we're 20 minutes from Sandy Hook here, so. This song and this story has special meaning to me. So anyway, we got a chance to collaborate in these lyrics, and I set it to music. So it's called "Watch the Moon." Let's see if I can move this one. The sound of her name can cast a spell, so there are nights that he sleeps pretty well. Then something catches him off guard, and his whole damn world goes to hell. Fractured feathers on the road to the park where they used to go. A crying kitten and a single mitten someone dropped on the sidewalk in the snow. He knows that his family needs him now. He'll muster up the will somehow, but he will never touch the room where she lay awake and watched the moon. Where she lay awake and watched the moon. Sometimes you don't see him run. For a while you don't see him come down. He doesn't know how to feel about the looks he gets in town. He knows that his family needs him now. He'll muster up the will somehow, but he will never touch the room where she lay awake and watched the moon. Where she lay awake and watched the moon. She loved second grade, and she liked her hair in braids. Halloween this time round, she just dropped like a clown. He drinks a lot more than he should and spends a lot of time in the woods. But you won't find him near the school where his little girl last stood. He knows that his family needs him now. He'll muster up the will somehow, but he will never touch the room where she lay awake and watched the moon. Where she lay awake and watched the moon. So he'll lie awake and watch the moon.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always sort of hard to sing it and hard to come back to singing after it. As mentioned earlier, my brother Dan is a cellist. And I'm lucky I was able to talk him into being a part of this recording. And so we're going to see if we can put one together here for you. Give me a second to tune with this capo. That is not good. So yeah, this is what it was like growing up in my household. This was only one of the many instruments that were happening, but Dan has been a special player since a young age, and so we don't get to do this very often. Set? Let's do it. Please don't cry.
though we've hurt each other far too many times. But neither one prepared to say goodbye. And now you leave, while I struggle with those words I rarely breathe. I can't give you the ones you need to hear. As I flash to all those memories that churn in my head, and they won't disappear. How I'd wake up with you lying beside me in my bed, and knew that you were near. And now we part. You say you understood right from the start, but knowing can't prevent a broken heart. If I could, I would imitate your love that's been so good, give you everything good lovers should. Still I flash to all those memories that churn in my head, and they won't disappear. How I'd wake up with you lying beside me in my bed, and knew that you were near. If I could, I would imitate your love that's been so good, and give you everything good lovers should. If I could. That's my brother, Dan Barrett. Dan is going to join us again in a little while, which requires all this logistics. So you get a workout and music. So you obviously know Brian Keane. Brian is going to come join us here for a while. Bring a guitar. You got one, right? Good. Yeah, so while we're tuning again, so we're gonna do, this is an old Billy Joel song, and an interesting one given for anybody who saw the documentary, you know, that he's been sick, but he also was pretty open about battling a lot of issues. And this song, which is from a lot of years ago, really captures it. But yeah, it's always been sort of a special one, and so we're gonna give that a go when we tune. So give us a second here. This is called Summer Highland Falls, by the way, for those of you who know his older work. You guys ready? I put him to sleep at the last one. They're behaving really well.
should see them sometimes. Okay, tell me when you're ready. You, hold on. Not quite. These gadgets. Okay. They say that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And I believe there is time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. Now I can see the sad surrender in my lover's eyes, and when I can only stand apart and sympathize, we are always what our situation hands us. It's either sadness or euphoria. So we argue and we compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. For all our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. So we are forced to recognize our inhumanities. Our reason coexists with our insanities. And so we choose between reality and madness. It's either sadness or euphoria. Dissipate our energies. Perhaps we don't fulfill each other's fantasies. And as we stand upon the ledges of our lives with our respective similarities, either sadness or euphoria. That's Dennis Hodges and Brian Keane. Those guys can play some guitar. Yeah, thank you. Billy Joel could write. We, as Brian mentioned, had an opportunity to work with a lot of really wonderful musicians in this album, with these guys, of course, but a number of others, and a few of them are here. And so we've got Eugene Ruffalo is here. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter, and we'd love to join us. Love for him to join us. And I think we, who is that? Quan? We could use you, Quan. That's Mr. Quan Howell, the best dressed man in all of, I'm going to say the Midwest, but could be bigger.
Show business.
In all of show business. He teases me that I don't do enough here. So this is a song called Becky. It's just it's about a little one who has to navigate some challenges, and a little bit of a country waltz here. Your mama was dying, your dad was staying near, your grandfolks just waiting for you to appear. Becky, you'll always be so close to me. Your laughter is there, and your eyes sparkling blue, just separate lives trying to go you. While they love you so, their love must grow together. Becky, I know it's been hard on you now. Your feelings are muffled, but maybe somehow you find your own way to make them both see what I think you've been saying to me. Whoa, Becky. They brought you down south, you were too young to fly. And as you grow older, I ask myself why I never said what was in my head. It's time you come home, it's been far too long. I think of your mother while I'm singing the song, 'cause we sang before, we'll sing some more together. Becky, I know it's been hard on you now. Your feelings are muffled, but maybe somehow you find your own way to make them both see what I think you've been saying to me. Oh, baby. Becky, I know it's been hard on you now. Your feelings are muffled, but maybe somehow you find your own way to make them both see what I think you've been saying to me. Oh, Becky. Thank you. That's Eugene Ruffalo and Quan Howell. Excuse me. So, I think we're bringing Dan up here. So while Dan is on his way, this is a song called Off Ramp. Excuse me. And it's a song about some issues we battle all over the country here, and it's about homelessness and housing and security, and something that we all see all the time. But it particularly was brought home to me in a way in a conversation with my daughter, who was at the time a medical resident and working in a burn unit. And the folks that were coming into that unit were often people without homes who were trying to stay warm around a fire. in the streets, and would wind up getting too close, trying to get warm and burned, and wind up in the unit. And Emma and I were talking, and somehow out of this conversation, this song emerged. So it's called Off Ramp. Excuse me.
Throw down the off ramp, gliding to a stop. It's the harvest of winter's bone-chilling crop. Leathered faces, torn clothes from your brother. Cardboard blankets you've been living under. There's a trash can fire you've been huddled around, shielding your body from the ice cold. Tobacco-stained fingers clear the dirt from your eyes, and of tango memories, precious time gone by. How has the road you've been on led you to here, to this time? What is the story that we'll never know of your life? They drive beside you, eyes straight ahead, avoiding your contact and what lies ahead. Set out to live out your life in this way. You were no different from us back in the day. How has the road you've been on led you to here, to this time? The story that we'll never know of your life. How has the road you've been on led you to here, to this time? What is the story that we'll never know of your life?
You. Thanks, Dan. All right, so in the continuing saga of all the people I'm thrilled to have gotten a chance to work with, I'm going to introduce Sarah Gross, a fantastic singer-songwriter, now Nashville-based, although Long Island originally. So we are thrilled to have Sarah join us. Yeah. So, we got Broken Ice? Boundless. I got this backwards. Okay. Boundless. Yes, sir. Thank you. So this is a song. I don't know if there are any John Prine fans in the room. So this is a song that he wrote with a number of folks and recorded on his final album before he passed away. And it's sort of classic John Prine. It is simple and it's direct. It's not fancy poetry. It's just beautiful, direct writing. And the thing I love about this song is, like all great songs, you interpret it from where you sit. I know people that see this as a religious song, spiritual song. For me, it's about family and friends, and people just absorb this song in different ways, and it's part of what makes it universal, and we just sort of love that. Pardon? Oh, it's a capo song. That would have made for an interesting kind of dissonance, actually. It'd been pretty sort of cool, actually. Polyharmony, yeah.
Charles Eisman.
I've done that before. It's bad. And you ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Gene?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
Woke up this morning to a garbage truck. Well, this old horseshoe's run out of luck. I came home, would you let me in? Fry me some pork chops, forgive my sin. Surround me with your boundless love. Found me with your boundless love. I was drowning in the sea, as lost as I could be, when you found me with your boundless love. Sometimes my heart is like a washing machine, bounces around till my soul is clean. When I'm clean and hung out to dry, gonna make you laugh till you cry. Surround me with your boundless love. Found me with your boundless love. I was drowning in the sea, as lost as I could be, when you found me with your boundless love. If by chance I find myself at risk of falling from this jagged cliff, I look below and then I look above, surrounded by your boundless love. Surround me with your boundless love. Found me with your boundless love. Drowning in the sea, as boundless love. Surround me with your boundless love. Bound me with your boundless love. Was drowning in the sea, as lost as I could be, when you found me with your boundless love. You dumbfound me with your boundless love. You surround me with your boundless love.
Yeah, thank you. Brian Keane and Dennis Hodges carrying us there. Yeah, John Prine could write. So this is a song, we're doing Chalkboard, yeah? It's a song called Chalkboard. So part of this has a weird Westport reference. This is really a story about, we hear so much, certain through the news and social media, and all the reasons we should feel angry and frustrated and upset, many of which are true. But it also sometimes takes us away from just experiencing the things that bring us joy, the little tiny things. And this is just a song about things that happened just sort of in the matter of a couple of days, and I saw that just sort of lit me up. And one of them had to do with a long history with the Westport Y. So anyway, we're going to do this one for you. Oh, that's Dinesh Marshall. Everybody ready? Okay.
Took a walk in the neighborhood, down an alley this sweet house stood. There lining the edge of a yard, hung from a fence that was standing guard. Chalkboard and a box of chalk, an unfinished statement that puzzles me. When I grow up, I want to be a little hand's answer for all to see. A positive force in the world. Positive force in the world. I know it seems so foolish, little things that choke me up, like the innocence of a young person's heart. Yeah, that fills my cup. I know it seems too simple, little things may be enough, like the innocence of a young person's heart. Yeah, that lifts me up. Went down to my local Y, place that I've gone to since I was 9. Group of teenagers came down for a swim with a girl whose big brother just didn't fit. In the pool, he would thrash and moan, not like the others the kids had known. To his sister, it didn't matter at all. She held him and hugged him, they were having a ball. And she laughed out loud with him. Yes, she laughed out loud with him. I know it seems so foolish, little things that choke me up, like the innocence of that fills my cup. I know it seems too simple, little things may be enough, like the innocence of a young person's heart. Yeah, that lifts me up. these push little things that choke me up like the innocence of a young person's heart. Yeah, that fills my cup. I know it seems too simple. Little things may be enough like the innocence of a young person's heart. Yeah, that lifts me up.
Capo. Note to self. Broken ice, yeah. Let me just grab a sip of this. How's everybody doing? Hey, thanks for coming today. I mean, Sunday afternoon, it's really, really great of you to come. We really appreciate it. And also to support this library is incredible. And so hopefully everybody continue to do that. No, this is just going to be me and Sarah. We got the right order, right? Okay. Good. I always love when I get the order right. So let me say something about this song. Here we go. This, there are things that happen over the course of your life that change the way you think. This is probably a song that I could not have written when I was in my 20s. It's really more a song about something that you see over the course of life, and I think it requires a little bit of life lived. And so this is a song called Broken Ice. Desert brings some peace of mind, repair is badly torn. The ragged edges of these bonds get stitched, never worn. Yeah, some families come apart, they clutch some ancient slight. Lifelong friendships drift away as they argue who was right. Oh, you know, this much is certain. Oh, you know, it's a lonely burden. Oh, you know, words they can be spoken. Oh, no, ice can still be broken. Can it really fill your heart to live your life estranged? Do you wonder who'll be there when nothing else remains? Branch to your connection, it may seem too far a reach. The hurt will knock quietly when the ache inside is deep. Oh, you know, this much is certain. Oh, you know, it's a lonely burden. Oh, you know, words they can be spoken. Oh, you know, ice can still be broken. But the price you pay to hold on to that crush will bring you nothing but a heart that just won't budge. When the day is done and all is told and there's nothing left to tell, who'll be there to soothe your thirst when it's bone dry in the well? Hope lies in the shadow, just a faded silhouette. Forgiveness, it sure ain't easy, but neither is regret. know, this much is certain. Oh, you know, it's a lonely bird. Oh, you know, words they can't be spoken. Oh, you know, ice can still be broken. Ice can be broken. Yeah, thank you. Sarah Gross makes things sound nice.
Oh, man.
We want to do one of Sarah's. Cool. So, yeah, this is a real treat for us to get a chance to introduce Sarah to a new audience here. So we're going to do one of Sarah's songs. So just give us a moment. Line it up.
Give it up for George Barrett and his incredible band.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay. It's been such an honor getting to play with them the last few weeks. They really are just the most wonderful people to work with on and off stage. And George has been such a wonderful supporter of my music just in the short time that we've known each other. And it's really been such an honor to get to share the stage with him and, you know, celebrate this special achievement of his album release. So thank you so much for having me. This song that I'm going to play for you is a song called In My Nature, and it's actually off of an EP that I released not too long ago, and that EP happened to be called The Library. And it stems from a saying that my grandmother had. My grandmother is this like 87-year-old little Italian lady, and she's always telling me that we need to write down all of our family stories because, in her words, when I go, the library is closed. So, so I dedicated this next song to her, and I hope you like it. decorates our kitchen. I wish I knew just how much I would miss it. 'Cause now I'm living in my own apartment with somebody that I love. Now it's service to clean and paint it. They say it's just like us, no matter where you're living. You'll break every curse you were given. You'll figure it out much later. We have to wager it's in your nature. Thank you so much for having me. George Barrett, his band.
That's Sarah Gross. Sarah Gross, remember that name.
Thank you, guys.
Great. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to do a song called Clotheslines. As mentioned earlier, that my mom is a teacher here. Sarah, thanks again. My mom is a teacher, but also a poet. And I always wanted to try to set her poetry to music, and it's really hard. My mom was very erudite and lots of mythology and huge words, but I was able to sort of string together some stuff from her early work that was really about, really autobiographical. And so I took some of her words and then added some of my words and some of our last conversation. So this is called Clotheslines. Your clotheslines, they connected. The flats of Flatbush tied tight as trains. Sheets in the early sun wave like flags on Brooklyn Day. But over a darkening sky, erase the seams that joined our life. Your head was filled with verse and dreams, and your heart was with this man. In secret formed this union. Then a convoy sailing winding seas. Winds of war at your necks. Some edge of sand on which he'd land. You were the glue that holds us. The handball wall on which we lean. You wrote of life and myth, love and loss, but never of regrets. We'll watch each other for you. You've done what you can do for us. You can't let go now. You can't let go now. Yes, you can't let go now. You can't let go. Oh, yeah. Come join us. We're doing someone else. No, not yet. Oh, okay. But you can join us. Here, hold on. Do me a favor. Hold on to this. Ready? I'm boiling up. Sorry. All right.
I just come on to hold this guitar.
I know, it was really... Thank you. I mean, talking about product... I know. By the way, I thought you did it really well. Someone else's juice? Yep. Okay.
Are you so sure that you understand what they've been going through? 'Cause none of us should really hope to believe. Our heart is so true. Come on, look up, just open your eyes. Come on, let go, you might be surprised. Come on, don't judge, try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Yeah, I know that things seldom play out quite the way we picture, but everyone has their own lifelong dreams. They only whisper, come on, look up, just open your eyes. Come on, let go, you might be surprised. Come on, don't judge, try to push someone else's shoes. That crap will eat you up. It's all you gotta give. And it's not gonna bring the peace we all need. We all need. Just open your eyes. Come on, let go, you might be surprised. Come on, don't just try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. In someone else's shoes. Don't you judge now. Someone else's shoes. Someone else's shoes. Dennis Hodge is right there, tearing it up. Yeah, I'm going to jump to the piano for a moment. You know, big joker. I took his wallet. All right. This is a song called You're Not Alone. And I guess it's sort of self-explanatory. Everybody's got something painful to their soul. Everybody's got something that nobody knows. I know you're no different. You know how I feel that you still deserve the loving for those who give it to you. Sometimes we hurt the ones we love. Sometimes we hurt ourselves. Sometimes there's an ache we feel that grows inside and swells. I know you're no different. No, I feel that too. You still deserve the loving, those who give it to you. Oh, you're not alone. No, you're not alone. You're not alone. Just open up and let us in. Not alone. When you look in the mirror, is the reflection true? Do you see what you want to see, or someone else staring back at you? How wide is the chasm that weighs on every heart? The way you see yourself, or how we play the part. Open up and let us in. Not alone. No, you're not alone. No, you're not alone. Just open up and let us in. No, it's hard to imagine that this is what most of us feel. Even if we seem to have it together, the hurt inside is real. You're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. Just open up and let us in. Thank you. Demisha Marshall and Quan Howe. I wish I could give you a chance to hear them sing for real. Just finish this up, yeah, we're going to sort of start to finish up here. This is a song called Just Walk Away. Probably appropriate, right? No capo, right? No capo. Okay. Got it. Your music filled my senses. You shut down my defenses, babe. I could see from your expression you were torn in two directions. Oh, baby, don't say those words again. I can't believe that you're home again. I'd rather live alone again. Just walk away. Off to France, old romance, giving it another chance. Sleepless nights and bleary eyes, keeping up with all your lies. Oh, baby, don't say those words again. I can't believe that you're home again. I'd rather live alone again. Just walk away. I know I held on far too long, thinking that your love is strong. But showing up after all this time, you made your choice, I made mine. Oh, baby, don't say those words again. I can't believe that you're home again. I'd rather live alone again. Just walk away. Oh, baby, don't say those words again. I can't believe that you're home again. I'd rather live alone again. Just walk away. Just walk away from me, baby. Just walk away, just walk away, just walk away from me, baby. Just walk away from me, baby. Watch you walk away from me, baby. You want to do one more? So, let's do something fun here. You want to do one more, Chris? So, I keep telling the same story, but this is a Billy Preston song. And any Billy Preston song just makes you lift up, makes you happy. So, that's what we're going to do. Let's do it. Nothing from nothing, nothing. Gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing, nothing. Gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Now Not trying to be your hero, but that zero is too cold for me. Not trying to be your highness, but that minus is low to see. Chris Brown. Dennis Hodges on guitar. Keane. David Swank on piano. Jeff Bass on the bass. Reggie Jackson. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. No, I ain't stuffing. Believe you me. Don't you remember I told you I'm a soldier in the war on poverty. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Let's hear it for George, Brian, Dan, Sarah, Ben, and the rest of George's musical family this afternoon for a wonderful concert. Thank you all for coming out. Be sure to check out the Westport Library.
And support the library.
Events. Thank you very much, guys. Awesome afternoon.